The Ministry's Schools Welfare Unit will now be able to provide students with the much-needed help they may require in situations in which issues affecting them could negatively impact their education and/or overall well-being. That's according to Chief Education Officer MARCEL HUTSON.
We recognize that at the Ministry of Education, teaching and learning cannot take place in an environment where there is disorder, cannot take place in an environment where people are not happy, where there's no peace. And therefore, your role as welfare officers, your role is so critical because if we don't give some of the families and children the support that they need, you know what will happen.
Mr. HUTSON addressing welfare officers during the launch of the database system on Wednesday. According to Mr. HUTSON, there is much talk about the pros and cons in terms of technological advancement in Guyana, but that this website is testimony to using technology in terms of making good and wise decisions.
Transformation could never take place if wise decisions are not made. And therefore, we must have that mindset where we're willing to change the old ways of doing things and as they would say, ring out the old and ring in the new. Because if we don't change, we will not be keeping with best practices in the 21st century. And as a Ministry of Education, if we're going to be relevant, if we're going to be effective, we must use data. And therefore, I'm happy that we have gone this way.
He said that unless agencies are equipped with proper tools and guidelines in this day and age to help make decisions in critical situations, then the best possible outcomes would not be achieved.
At the same time, we can't call for improved values, improved attitudes in society and not having support mechanisms to change those values and those attitudes that we have.
Mr. HUTSON added that the database also aims to digitize forms, automate report generation, create issue tracking, record keeping, create a secure application, and offer maintenance and support.
Many times we could sit down and look around and we start to formulate something by looking. We have to go beyond that. This is a time when people do research so that whatever decisions they make could be impacting. And therefore, that is where we're going now. So if we're talking about underachievement of boys, we have to look and see what the literature says, what is happening around the world, what is happening in our countries before we actually come up with something. And therefore, that is the direction that we're going.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklingam.